AO3 fic called I Didn't Know Spider-Man and Parker Was a Thing. Chapter 2 An Unlucky Spider by my underscore. Hero underscore ace underscore plus underscore Phoenix. Summary: because of Miles Morales, everyone thinks Spider-Man is cheating on Peter Parker. It was a few months since Peter Parker was saved by the Punisher, and life has been good. What could be better than sitting on a roof with my now girlfriend MJ? This old building was abandoned for some time now, so me, Ned, and MJ usually come here to hang out. The best part was it was really hard to get up here, or in the building, without using me to climb up here, because we don't want to get noticed if we broke something, and since it's severely boarded up, if we broke anything, others may be able to come in. Both of our legs were dangling over the ledge of the brick building, with the sun behind us, after what I like to say was a lovely picnic up here. I was still wearing my Spider-Man costume because I wanted to swing around with her, while MJ was wearing a more casual outfit with dark blue jeans and burgundy long-sleeve shirt. "So Mr. Spider-Man got any big plans tomorrow?" She said that, with an exaggerated smile while looking at me. I slowly shook my head. "Oh, I don't." "So, what are you doing?" She rolled her eyes a little, but gave me a tender smile before lifting my mask to reveal my lips and started kissing me, so I kissed her back. As soon as I started holding her hand, I heard yelling from a few levels down and a faint camera snapping. I, of all people, would know that sound. We quickly parted to look around. When I looked down the building, I saw a black teen around my age, halfway sticking outside the lower windows. That was about the third one under us. He had short, black curly hair, a black shirt with a red Spider-Man logo spray painted on, and a black and bright red sweater. And shit, he had his phone out, taking pictures. The other kid looked surprised, but also pissed off. "Hey, what the hell, Spider-Man? You're cheating on Peter. That's not cool, man." My blood ran cold fast. If the mask wasn't on my face, I would look mortified. How did he even get up here? I started nervously yelling back, "Hey, man, this isn't what it looks like. Me and Peter aren't even dating. That was just a rumor." The more I tried to explain myself, the more the teen got more angry, and basically started cursing me out in Spanish. The whole time, MJ looked confused, and the longer we argued with each other, the more confused she looked. Wait. What's going on here? Spider-Man doesn't have any other partners?" "Right. I forgot to tell her. And Ned." "Fuck." The kid below us seemed to get more mad at her words. "So, you're telling me not only that you're cheating on Peter, but this lovely lady as well. That's sick, man, and here I thought you were this great hero. But really, you're just a estupido tramposo." He continued to yell at me, before mentioning he had to tell Peter about this. Oh no, that's not good. As soon as he went back into the window, fully I started chasing after him, with MJ telling to run and get him. I didn't see her face, but I could hear the slight panic in her voice. As I looked around on all the floors and outside the buildings, I had no sight of him. It's like he just vanished. This isn't good. If this gets out, we're ruined, and I don't want MJ dealing with the media, criticizing her, or painting her as a victim to all of New York. I've been searching for around 3 hours, and nothing. When I came back on the roof, MJ was pacing and looking at her phone. "Did you find the guy?" I hesitantly shook my head, looking down at the ground. "No, I'm so sorry. I thought this was a safe place, and... She grabbed my hand and looked into my eyes that were covered by the mask. "It's okay, Peter. I thought so too. Just tell me, how are you dating yourself?" As I sighed, I squished her hand back and gave her a firm nod. I was going to keep looking. The next day, I was so nervous to go to work. But I had to know if my boss heard the news, because if so, I'm finished. As I walked into the usually busy office, the atmosphere felt off. Everyone was whispering angrily, and when I opened the door, it abruptly stopped, and everyone slowly looked at me with a different amount of sympathy, but others tried to hide it better. That's already not a good sign. When J. Jonah Jameson saw me, he immediately rushed me to his office, telling everyone to stop staring and to get back to work. The other employees seemed to get the message very clear, because they all started to look away or pretend to be doing a task. As soon as Jameson successfully pushed me into his office, he quickly locked the door and ensured it was locked. He also quickly closed the blinds to give us privacy. Again, not a good sign. Peter, I need you to sit down for me. I hate to be the one telling you this, but you need to know this. He gave me a stern look, which made me more nervous, but I quickly sat down on the black chair in front of his desk. He shook his head at me. No, kid, go in my chair. Fuck, he knows. I'm gonna die. Oh my gods. I quickly went to his fancy black chair as Jameson followed me near his desk, only stopping when he was beside me. On his dark wooden desk, there was a bright orange paper package full of paper. Jameson put a hand on my shoulder. Listen, kid, I'm going to show you something about that menace of a boyfriend of yours. Jameson seems to get more upset, spitting out those words like it personally disgusted him. Last night, a boy came to my office before closing hours and told me everything that bug bastard did. I never heard him say anything with such hatred and conviction before, and I hear him talk shit about Spider-Man all the time. He slowly opened the page, revealing over 20 photos of Spider-Man kissing a blurred out MJ and frantically running around the old building with his body language, making it obvious he was panicking. I was so fucked. As he continued to show my more photos, the more my face started to drop more. Again, I was so fucked. I didn't even know he took all of these. Jameson looked at my face and started to squeeze my shoulder harder. I can't tell if he's doing it to ground me or himself. I know, kid, but I'm not surprised someone like that would do something so disgraceful. But you can't waste your time feeling bad or feeling sorry for yourself. He nodded to himself, his voice becoming more determined. Yes, what you need is to expose that spider for being the two-timing cheater that he is. Come on, I already have several headlines already. I quickly shook my head. No, that's okay. We don't need to do that. I'm okay. Besides, I don't want anyone hating him because of me. I quickly kept rambling nervously while waving my hands frantically as I looked at him. My boss cut me off with an almost booming voice. Peter, I don't care if he thought you were a boring civilian or Captain America himself. No one should be treated that way, especially without punishment, hero or not. Trust me, Peter, this is what you need. He made air quotes when he mentioned Spider-Man being a hero. I just grounded into my pail, hands realizing I couldn't get out of this. I know nothing I say will matter, because he already hates Spider-Man, and this is just the excuse he needed to validate his beliefs more. As I thought this, my boss put a hand on my back, slightly rubbing it, while he was looking at his very small red notepad, while mumbling something to himself. I think this is his way of comforting me or something. He most likely thinks I'm upset because of the news. The news isn't upsetting. I swear you don't need to do this, and I don't want me or the other girl to get famous for the wrong reasons. I gave him a nervous smile as I slowly turned my body to face him, the chairs squeaking a little. Jameson nodded intently at me, while still looking in his small red notepad. Don't worry, the boy who gave me the photos blurred out the other woman's face before giving me the photos, and he didn't have a name for the other girl, meaning she won't get blasted everywhere, because I don't know if I said this or not, but the boy said she didn't know Spider-Man had a partner already. he said in a matter-of-face way. I got a little annoyed because that does protect me, but at least my girlfriend is protected. We were going back and forth for around 10 minutes on this matter, with him randomly asking about our relationship, most likely to spin it in some way. I tried to answer the onslaught of questions, or try to make my relationship sound better than he thought the few times I answered a question of his. Gods, why can't he let this go? After another 10 minutes, he dismissed me to let me go home early. Shit. I really, really hate my life right now. It took only 3 hours until all of New York to hear the big news. I only knew this because, other than frantically checking social media and how differently people treated me, depending on where I went, well, where Spider-Man went, after my boss made me leave early, I've just been on patrol. As I was crouching on a lamppost in Queens, I felt a cold liquid hit my back, along with another object I couldn't see. I quickly turned around. I saw that a classmate of mine. He was wearing a green jacket, black ripped jeans, a white shirt, and a purple cap that had some of his brown hair sticking out. I'm pretty sure it's Harry Osborn, my new roommate. It didn't take me long to realize that he threw his drink at me. Luckily, it was just iced coffee, but still. As I thought about it more, I realized, shit, it's Harry Osborn. I don't have time to be dealing with him. Oh, Spidery, I heard you're a big fat cheater to my man's Peter. What the hell, man? Harry kept yelling at me while I was trying to explain myself. Hey man, it's not what it looks like. Me and Peter weren't even together like that, and before I could explain more, he cut me off. So what? He was just a placeholder until you found something better or something. Is that it? Because from the looks of it, you two were pretty serious to me. As he continued to yell, more of a crowd started to form. They all started booing or yelling at me. It got to the point where some people actually started throwing things at me. It's not what it looks like. Peter was just a friend, and nothing more. He understands that. That just made Harry more angry, to the point he was trying to climb the street light I was on. Not successfully, but still. Oh, you wall crawler, when I get my hands on you. He wasn't just a friend, and you can't go deciding on what he feels about this. So what he served is purpose, and you don't need a camera boy anymore, so you just threw him away for the next new toy. Is that it, Spidey, huh? I immediately started to de-escalate the situation. No, he's not a toy. He's amazing. It's just, he understands our relationship isn't as deep as people think that it is. Trust me, he told me himself. He made it very clear that he understood that we just wanted to be friends, and we were never more than that. I didn't know what to say on the spot, but I hope something gets through to these people. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that they're defending me, but they're defending me against me. So yeah, that's not fun. Harry got redder as he kept defending Peter while bashing me. I'm pretty sure that was the boost he needed to climb my street lamp halfway, successfully this time. Oh, of course the civilian nerd would agree with a superhero. He made air quotes with one of his hands as he said hero, while the other one was still gripping the lamp for dear life. Oh, why wouldn't he agree with the man that has the power to ruin his life, not save him, or hurt him with no consequences, huh? It was kind of sweet he cared about me this much. I didn't know that, but I have to stay focused. I would never hurt Peter, especially not physically. I waved my hands in a nervous manner while my voice nearly cracked. No one seemed to believe me, especially not him. After a purple purse and a half-eaten donuts hit my face one too many times, I decided it was best to leave. I quickly attached one of my webs to a brick building and swung away. I could still hear the crowd calling me awful things, and now a coward. After 20 minutes of swinging, I could still hear random civilians cursing me out. It got to a point where every TV I saw was playing my boss news report about this whole mess. Great. When I finally got to my apartment, I immediately took a long, hot shower to get all the, well, who knows what New Yorkers threw at me, but my suit was a mess. It smelled like a coffee shop, and a trash can had a baby together. As soon as I got out of my long, well-deserved shower, I put on some blue shorts, a white, wrinkled shirt, and a towel around my neck because my hair was still wet, and some of it was clinging to my face. When I opened the cold door handle, I saw Harry slamming the door, looking angry. He was mumbling something before he spotted me, and abruptly stopped. "You're home early, and it seems like you had a bad day. What's going on, Harry?" I gave him a questioning look, like I didn't know what he did earlier. He gave me a sympathetic look before coming a few feet closer, before deciding to back up again. "I assume you know what is happening on the news with," his face scrunched up before he continued, "your boyfriend." That last part looked like it physically hurt him. Even before this, he never really liked Spider-Man or the fact people thought we were dating. So he would always shut down the conversation about it, even if I mentioned it. Even so, I slowly nodded. "Yeah, but we weren't really dating, so..." "It doesn't matter what he does, because at the end of the day, he's Spider-Man. How could he love someone like me?" I said it dismissively, but some of my annoyance was seeping through for having this conversation again with someone else. That apparently was his cue to get more upset. "How could you say that about yourself? You're an amazing man who should be cherished and loved by someone who would give them the world." His eyes started to get softer the more he talked. After a second, he walked closer and gently grabbed both of my hands. "You deserve someone much better than that. I know, He abruptly cut himself off, realizing something. He looked away from me for a second before rubbing my hands. "Tell me, did he do anything to hurt you in any way, or threaten you? Because I swear on my father's business I will take him down if he made you feel unsafe." I knew I had to shut this down. No, he never did that. He never needed to. And besides, why wouldn't I do anything for Spider-Man? It's Spider-Man. That answer didn't please him. Quite the opposite. But before he could say anything else, I told him I had plans with my friends and couldn't be late. Harry gave me a look I didn't understand before, quickly going neutral. "Yeah, I got it, man. Just let me get your shoes for you." Before I could decline, he let go of my hands, went to my dresser, and grabbed me 2 pairs of white long socks and went to our door shoe rack. He was about to pick up my favorite red and blue sneakers that had some white in them, but midway decided to grab me my green and gray sneakers instead. When he finally approached me again, he shoved the items in my arms and roughly yanked the white towel around my neck to roughly dry my hair as quickly as possible. I have no idea why he's acting weird now all of a sudden. I quickly started to put them on. When I was done, he threw a green sweater at me. As I looked at it, I realized it was his. "It's laundry day, and I didn't see you wearing a sweater anytime soon because it's getting washed. Don't worry, I'm not going out anytime soon today." I give him a questioning look. He never lets others touch his things, and he hates doing laundry, so I usually do it. "Already, then?" He nodded, while blushing a little after I put on his very expensive jacket. "I'm going to go lay down for a bit while I wait on the clothes to be done." "Okay." It seemed like he was processing something while he was robotically walking to his room on the far right, and a minute later I heard a thump. I assume he plodded onto his bed. As I closed our apartment door, I could hear muffled screaming. I think I even heard, "Why did I figure it out now?" or something. That's not going to be my problem right now. He got this, I hope. Around a week later, I was hanging out in Avengers Tower until someone opened the door. I was sprawled out on one of their big dark blue couches in the room, so I had to sit up to see who came in. I pulled the bottom part of my mask that was hanging on my nose fully down. As I did so, I saw Captain America, Bucky, and Sam Wilson walking in. As soon as they noticed me, they went quiet and stopped talking for a second. Great. Steve piped up. Hey, kid, what are you doing here? I thought you didn't like coming anywhere near Iron Man or others associated with him, just in case you run into him. I waved my hand. New York is chaotic for a spider like me right now, and I wanted somewhere new to go too. All three of them looked at me skeptically before Bucky piped up. You mean you're cheating? He gave me a questioning look, but he didn't seem interested in my situation. That's the thing, we never were dating. I just always gave him my photos or let him take a picture of me for money. I bet I sounded exasperated at this point. Sam gave me a weird look. That's been happening a lot recently. I wonder why everyone gives me the same look. What kind of photos? And you need money that badly. I thought about Sam's words for a bit before I figured out the best lie. Yes and no. I take any kind of photos Peter wants me to take because he needs money. So I send him my photos and he sells them for a good amount of money. I was very casual when I said that, including in my body language because I didn't want them to know I was lying. Now all of them were giving me weird faces now. Bucky tilted his head a little as he looked at me. So, when Parker is low on funds, he asks you to take photos of yourself, or he will do it for you, to sell them for money. Who does he normally sell them to? I gave him a quick answer with no hesitation. The Daily Bugle or other places you probably wouldn't know about because he's a freelance photographer. So my photos get sold in many different places, but taking the photos for him is usually fun. I just don't always like to think about what they're being used for. Steve quickly piped up again, sounding a little nervous. Do you ever say no to having your photo taken if you feel uncomfortable or just don't want to do it? I thought about what to say for a bit before responding. I think Spider-Man would. No, never. I want him to be happy. And if he has to sell my photos to others for money, I will gladly help someone out no matter what. I'm a hero. His needs come first. He knows that. Nailed it. I sound really heroic right now. They all just went quiet for a second before Sam started rapidly talking. Okay. Are you still dating him, or will you let him sell your photos again? He sounded a bit worried. It's probably because of the whole cheating thing. I gave him a playful scoff. Of course he still needs the money. I can deal with others doing things with my photos I don't approve of, and besides, we were never dating. People only thought that we were because he was the only one who could get a great photo of me. I was very proud of handling this situation and someone finally listening to my side. They all gave each other a look before Bucky spoke again, his voice sounding more darker, if that was even possible. Kid, He immediately shook his head. No, the Avengers will personally make sure that we hunt down everyone who has your photos and make sure that Parker can't use a camera again. The others quickly gave me reassurance while Bucky was going on a tangent. I tried to stop him, but the more I explained my situation, the more upset he got until he stormed off with the other two chasing after him. Shit.